We've all been there. We have a problem at home and think we can tackle it ourselves, only to make it worse. There are a lot of things we can figure out for ourselves, but also many that absolutely require a professional. Today we're looking at some jobs we can do ourselves and those pesky jobs that require a pro. So the first few things we will look at are a few things we can do ourselves. Replacing sink taps. Whether yours are looking old and tired, or you just want a modern look in your bathrooms, you may want to swap out a sink tap at some point. It's usually as easy as choosing your favorite style tap, removing the existing one, and installing the new one. But you will have to do a little research first, in terms of hole placement, which is probably the trickiest part to do this job. If it's a single hole tap, it's simple to swap it out for a single hole replacement. If it has multiple holes, you have to measure the distance between the holes and take that information to a salesperson at your local hardware store. But make sure to do this carefully, as you don't want to make a mistake here. The hardware store staff can help you find the proper replacement. It's worth noting that replacing a shower tap can be more complicated. If you're purchasing an identical tap replacement, meaning the same model and brand, installation should be nice and simple. But if the valve in the wall has to be replaced, it will require some plumbing work and you'll be better off calling a professional. So depending on whether you're confident enough in your skills, it's your call. How are your plumbing skills? Do you have any tips you can share with us below? Changing your HVAC filter. Swapping out your HVAC filter is a simple way to maintain your unit's efficiency, lower your utility bills, and improve your indoor air quality, which is something we should all strive for. Really, we recommend adding this task to your routine maintenance schedule. Typically, the filter should be replaced every 3 to 6 weeks. I bet most of us will be going to change that filter as soon as this video finishes, right? If, like us, you struggle with some memory-based tasks, a nifty trick to remember to change your filter is to tie it when you pay your electricity bill. And if you're experiencing HVAC issues, check that you've changed your filter recently. If you don't think that's the problem, call a professional, because they can help you remedy more complicated issues and save you messing it up even more. Fixing a running toilet. Most of us can solve one of the most common bathroom problems, a persistently running toilet, on their own, both effectively and without any major risk to their plumbing. We bet you didn't think you could do this one yourself. So what is the best way to do that? Replace the flapper or the fill valve inside the tank. You can find a kit at any home improvement store, but make sure to get the right type of flapper or fill valve replacement. Look at the one you're replacing before you head to the store, and if possible, bring the old one with you or take a photo to compare while shopping, and be sure to follow the instructions on the package, as you don't want water all over the place. Flushing your water heater. According to some professionals, water heaters can collect sediment over time, so they require yearly maintenance to maximize energy efficiency and improve their lifespan. Makes sense, right? Luckily, you can take care of that chore yourself. We suggest flushing the water heater as often as every few months, or more often if you have a lot of minerals in your water supply, which would be a good idea to find out if you possibly can. It's always a good idea to flush it as often as possible to get rid of these pesky sediments. Follow the instructions that came with your water heater. If you've lost a manual by now, find it online by searching the water heater's brand and model number. Flushing one typically involves turning off the gas or electricity supply, switching off the cold water valve, and turning on a hot water source in your house. Then attach a garden hose to drain the heater into a bucket. Finally, turn on your cold water supply and allow the water to wash out the last of the sediment. Restoring your hot water supply. If you find yourself regularly running out of hot water, even when you're not simultaneously doing the laundry and taking a shower, you can attempt to reset the heating element on your water heater. If you have a gas unit, we suggest relighting the pilot light if you feel comfortable doing this, which often solves the problem. To reset the power on an electric water heater, you may need to flip the breaker. Sounds a bit technical, but don't worry, there are plenty of instructional videos on YouTube. If your water heater is fan assisted, then you may need to press the reset button on the outlet associated with it. And as always, be careful when doing this. Don't go anywhere, because next we will discuss those jobs that we think definitely require a pro. Cleaning your HVAC unit. Over time, outdoor HVAC units can collect dirt, dust, and pollen, as with most outdoor mechanical objects, but cleaning it isn't a matter of hosing off the unit yourself, which will push debris farther into the system, which you absolutely do not want to do. As you know, these units can be pretty expensive. Most homeowners don't have the proper equipment or expertise for this delicate procedure. future, and one wrong move can create issues that will shorten your HVAC's life or cause it to malfunction. Instead, call an HVAC pro who will remove the top of the unit and spray the coils with a special cleaner that will lift dirt without damaging the aluminum coils. It is worth doing this rather than risk breaking it, as this will be more expensive for you in the long run. Replacing a shower valve or cartridge. If your shower drips after you turn it off, we've all experienced this, right? It may be time to replace your valve, the piece behind the wall that connects the hot and cold water lines, or the cartridge. But we really think that that's a job the average homeowner doesn't want to try and tackle. These can easily break, causing you to shut the water off to the entire home until you can get the professional plumber out to replace it. That means no drinking water, no water to wash your hands after you go to the bathroom, and of course, no shower. And if this happens on a weekend or a holiday, the call-out rate of most plumbers is extortionate, so you really are best calling a professional. Replacing pipes. Along the same lines, attempting to replace an old worn-out pipe could result in expensive plumbing repairs. It's easy and potentially expensive to unknowingly install the wrong type of pipe. One of the most common home maintenance mistakes that plumbers have to consistently fix for people when it comes to plumbing is using different types of pipes when replacing old worn-out ones. Makes sense to us. A lot of people aren't aware that different pipes are used for different jobs and will just throw in any old pipe when changing them. It's crazy! If you have to force the pipes together and they still require tape to better secure them, that's a sign that it's not properly connected. Again, the last thing you want to do is install the wrong type of pipe when you have to call someone out anyway to change them. Have you ever made this mistake? Removing mold. Mold can be harmful if accidentally ingested, as we all know. If you suspect you have mold, it's best to hire a professional to ensure it's removed properly and safely. Mold's roots are usually located deep behind the walls, so getting it to properly remove is no easy feat. However, when a regular person cleans mold by themselves, they usually just clean the wall's surface and not the mold's roots. If that happens, it will grow back, obviously, leaving you both frustrated and vulnerable to the mold's effects. We've all been there, right? Mold is one of the most common problems people experience and can be a real problem in damper climates. It's essential not to take the effects of mold lightly, so be sure to call out a professional. If you're already a plumber running your own business or just about to start and grow your own plumbing business, you must learn the 4 critical things plumbing business owners wish they had learned before starting a plumbing business, so you don't make the same mistakes. Plumber Accelerator has put together a free training video that you can watch right now that will show you exactly how to start, grow, and build your plumbing business the right way, so you can consistently guarantee profitable work, free up your time, all whilst reducing stress levels and allowing you to have a sustainable and more profitable business that works for you. In this free training video, you will also learn how to generate a steady stream of jobs on demand and with predictability month after month in your local area without relying on word of mouth and referrals, how to stop competing on price with other plumbers and escape your competition, how to convert at least 90% of your quotes and estimates into sales, and how to command premium prices and attract high-quality customers that will be happy to pay more. Click on the link in the description below the video. And as always, feel free to give your own thoughts and opinions about the video, and thanks for tuning in. Remember to tune in next time. Thanks, guys.